Hey there, my friends. We are live in the Stir Up the Soul event. I want to welcome you, and I am here so excited for you to take a journey with me. Now, I know it might take a few seconds for some people to jump on live, but you know what? If nobody was even here tonight and I just got to share and express my excitement and my enthusiasm for what I'm about to share with you, that would be fine. But I am excited for those of you that can jump on live tonight and kind of take a journey with me. You know, this whole idea of stirring up the soul, it gets me so pumped. It gets me so fired up to think that there's more women out there, more successful, confident, strong women that are ready to really dig a little deeper into themselves, really kind of take life to the next level. This is the community and the tribe I want to create more and more in the world, because I feel like we are the force to be reckoned with. So if that's you, you're in the right place. I'm so excited to be here with you tonight. And tonight, really what we're going to talk about is how to set and reach next level goals to progress your life, right? Next level goals. Let me repeat that. How do we set and reach the next level goals that we have for ourselves in our life? I'm also going to talk about why some women continue to progress and continue to really enjoy the journey of their life, while other women tend to stay stuck, stand still, and find it very frustrating that year after year, they remain in the same place without a lot of change or without a lot of progress. I want to talk about the difference between those two different women and why you're not going to be on the latter half of that explanation, right? No, that's not going to be you. Not if you're dialed in to this community, right? So I want to thank you for sharing your time with me tonight. I see a couple friendly faces on here already, so that makes me feel really good and really excited to share this time with you guys. So if you know me, give me a heart, because you know that my heart is true, and you know that I do not want to waste a minute of your time. I value your time. I know that it's precious. And so there's one of two things that I want to accomplish with you tonight. One of two things, maybe both, if I'm lucky. One, I want to empower you to think bigger about your life and where you're taking yourself. I want you to have a more positive attitude and a bigger belief in yourself. The second thing I want to do is possibly inspire you to invest more in yourself, more in your own growth. I want to kind of uncover the most powerful you that's kind of underneath, waiting beneath the surface, ready to explode. I want to inspire you to invest in her a little bit more. So if you're ready to dive in, we can start with the fact that I don't think that any woman out there is someone who doesn't want to progress or better herself in some way or another. Would you agree? Would you guys agree that most women want to get better? We want to grow a little bit. We want to become healthier, stronger, more confident, more successful, better role models, right? Isn't that important to most of us? But sometimes we fall into these traps where we're waking up kind of tired. We're waking up kind of dreading the day, or we don't have this natural enthusiasm in our soul that is like, yes, you're going to crush it today, girl. You got this. Sometimes we find ourselves unfocused or unproductive or uncertain of the direction that we're moving in our life. So it's kind of like, how do we get over that hump? How do we overcome that fatigue and that uncertainty and that stress and that lack of confidence in self? How do we overcome that and get out of that funk to get to the next level of where we want to go and where we want to take our lives? Well, I believe that we got to do a gut check. And you're here tonight to stir it up. Like, think about it. You're going to take a big old spoon and you're going to stir the pot of your soul. And in my last podcast, I hope you heard me talk about what soul freedom means. That freedom of self, of occupation, of unity, and of lifestyle. And when we think about stirring up the soul, I want you to do a little gut check right now on your attitude. Think about your attitude. Think about your authenticity and the advancement that you're having in your life right now. Those three things, I think, need a gut check right now. And in this training, I want you to think about that. Grab a piece of paper or think about it in your own life. What is your attitude like today? Or what is your attitude like on a regular basis? Are you thinking in a positive light? Are you optimistic about things? You're expecting things to go well? You're tackling projects, or you're working out and you're eating healthy, but you're thinking about it in a positive light. You're not like, oh, I gotta do that workout, or oh, eating that meal is gonna be so boring, or making that is gonna be so hard, or, going to this event is gonna suck. Is your attitude lately on that optimistic, positive side, or is it on that negative, pessimistic side of light? That's going to be a really important element to measure right now. And then I want you to think about your authenticity lately. Like, how authentic have you been towards that self? How authentic have you been in how you speak up for yourself and what you want in your life? And are you true to your emotions and feelings? And are you true to what you truly want to do and what you want in your life? What is that authenticity like? Have you been drawing up those ambitions and those desires for what you want? Or are those being suppressed? Are you not speaking for yourself, speaking up for what you desire in your life? And how is your advancement? I want you to really do a gut check right now on the advancement that you're making for yourself. I want you to think about, what are those challenges and those obstacles that I am actually looking forward to in order to progress? We're always going to have a challenge in front of us, or some kind of struggle, or something that's like gonna test us as a woman. That says the only way to get better, the only way to reach a goal, is if you tackle that challenge and you progress your life. So doing a gut check right now on your attitude, the authenticity that you have in your life for yourself, and then the advancements that you're making. Slow, big, or small. It's like advancement at all. I think so many people can sometimes feel stuck because they haven't set that next challenge up for themselves, right? So I believe that one of the most important elements when you're stirring up the soul and you're doing a gut check on these things is to think about setting that ambition. Some people don't dream for themselves. They never set a goal, so they wonder why it's hard to accomplish small things in life. Because what's the point? What's it all for? If we haven't set an ambition for our life, what the hell are we working so hard for? What is losing that weight, or getting that promotion, or improving that relationship, or building that business all for? Setting that ambition is what keeps us hungry. That is what sets the motivation on fire. You guys, I am just like you. I've just been on a road that might be a few steps before you that has taught me a lot of things in my life. But when I was a young girl, and I was back in high school, junior year, I remember having a dream of just being successful, not being broke, not worrying about the heating bill all the time, or worrying about how I was going to get to my soccer game. I was a poor, small town kid with a single mom and 5 siblings growing up on welfare. And I thought, you know what? I just want to live a good life. I want to have a good job. I want to grow up and be a mature adult that has security, and I get to travel a little bit, and I feel comfortable. That was my big ambition. You got to think about, what is your ambition right now? What's the big ambition? But my first goal was go to college. Can you go to college? I thought yes. But you know what? People told me, no, you can't go to college, Anna. You're too poor. You won't be able to afford it. You won't get accepted. It's going to be too hard for you. Those were the naysayers, the small thinkers. Those were the worriers in my life. But that wasn't me. My attitude was different. I knew that that was the advancement I needed to make in my life to get closer to my dreams. I was authentic in who I was. I believed in myself. Are you setting an ambition for your life, or are you letting the naysayers, the small thinkers, the worriers around you tell you what you're capable of? Tell you what's possible? You know what you're made of. You know the step you need to take next in order to reach your big ambition, but have you set it? Are you willing to go there and to have that belief in yourself? I did. And it takes courage, but I know you can do it, because if I was a junior in high school and I could do it, I know you can do it. You've probably been through harder things. You've probably been through tougher struggles. But you might get to that level where you're like, you're comfortable. How many of you guys can sense like, this is good. Life is cool. I'm going through the day to day. It's good. It's not great. I could probably do better. Kind of want more. Is this it? Is this all there is? Are you living in a comfortable life right now where the advancement has kind of stopped? I remember when I was working for a studio in San Diego, and I was making good money. I had a great reputation. I had a good job, a little security. Money was coming in, and I just felt it in my gut. I was like, oh, there's got to be more for me. I know that I can do more than this. I know that I'm worth more than what I'm being compensated. I had this like hunger inside of me, and I knew it was going to be hard, but I did it anyway. Why? Why did I go out on my own and move to LA and without a job lined up and decide that like I was going to be an entrepreneur and build my own thing? I knew it was going to be a challenge. I knew that it was going to be hard, but again, it was that attitude. It was that authenticity and that advancement that I knew I had to do a gut check on. It's like, are you comfortable? What about you in your life? Are you comfortable but unfulfilled? Waking up just going through the motions but not feeling like you're fully living your truth? Knowing that you're capable of more, that you deserve more? But you're afraid of the challenge. Maybe you're afraid of the struggle, afraid of the failure that might come. Guess what? It will. But you have to believe in your ability to overcome that failure and to have that progress on the other side. You've got to have that can-do attitude, that attitude that says like, I'm a badass. If I want to do it, I will get it done. I can make it happen in my life. That is what is important. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm proof of that. But I feel like then, after we get out of that comfort zone, some of you might be like, well, now it's very interesting because you got out of the comfort zone and you're in that middle marshland where it's like, oh, I'm here. This is tough. How am I going to be successful? How am I going to continue this? How am I going to be able to continue elevating myself and growing? Well, you know what that takes? That takes investment in yourself. It can take continuous learning. Because once you get out of the comfort zone, it's really unstable. The only way to continue growing and to continue progressing and advancing your life is if you invest in yourself and you continue to learn and you start to get mentors and you absorb from the world around you. You got to put stuff in to produce what is necessary for you to be your greatest. This is the hardest stage. This is the stage where I think most people never go. Most people never get out of that comfort zone. Most people will say, it's necessary I grow. If I don't do this, I go backwards, or I stay unhappy or unfulfilled. But then you get comfortable. It's hard to get out of that comfort zone because it's comfortable. But then after that, what makes you thrive? What makes you really fully come alive and become your best self and do your best service to the world? That only comes when you give to yourself. You invest in who you are. And that's hard to do too. Because there's so many distractions. There's so much stuff going on. But you have the ability, when you do that gut check and you say, you know what? I'm going to have the attitude I need here. I'm going to talk about having the authenticity and going for what I want in my life. And I'm going to make those advancements, that small progress, step by step, challenging myself for that next thing. And that's what we're talking about right now. We're talking about stirring it up because maybe you're in a place in your life where you're just ready. Enough is enough already, right? It's time. It's go time, baby. So after 16 years, you guys, after 16 years of continuous challenge, growth, failure, and progress, it's all come back to again challenge and that growth and that failure and that progress. Because every time we have a little progress in our life, we're going to go through growth. We're going to go through failure. And then we're going to put another challenge in front of us to tackle. That is the way it works. That is what we all have to open our eyes up and see, is that whether you reach a level of success in your life, whether you accomplish one thing, whether you lose that weight, whether you mend that relationship, whether you advance in your career, you've got to understand that the only way to get that big level soul freedom, that freedom of self and occupation and unity and lifestyle, is if you continue to go through that cycle of growth, failure, progress, and challenge. And so over the 16 years that I've been working on that, I've curated so many of the habits, the values, the beliefs, the behaviors that allow me to be my strongest self. You got to think about all the habits, behaviors, thoughts, and, all the values that you have in your life that make you your best. What are those things? What are those things that bring out the best in you and allow you to be your best self in the world so that you can tackle the challenges? You can go for those big goals. I feel like I have created that with the Sexy Confident Woman formula. It's brought in the tools to power you up, to uncover your most powerful self. Because if you try to go for the big goals in life, if you try to advance as your weaker self, what does that look like? Do a gut check right now. If there's like those negative thoughts going into your mind, you're not good enough, you're not strong enough, you're not, healthy enough, you don't look good enough, you're not confident enough, you're not worthy enough, or you're going out into the world and you're a little bit scared and you're nervous and you don't want to speak up for what you want and you're afraid of what other people are going to think of you and you don't have the energy to really fuel yourself through the day and get up and be motivated to go after it. How are you going to tackle your biggest challenges in life? You can't be the weaker self. You got to be the strongest self. You got to unleash the beast, if you will. And that's what I'm here to talk about. Because the Sexy Confident Woman formula is geared to unleash your most powerful self. Because it fuels you with the tools, the habits, the behaviors that make you feel your strongest, to help you get through those challenges and those struggles. And so with this creation, I've got the tribe. I've been building the crew. I see some of them on tonight that have been through this process, that understand That it takes more than just a workout or a diet plan to really have the energy or the mental focus to go after what you want in life. It takes the power within you, and you have many elements to you. You are a complex human being, and I hope that you know how powerful you are. Maybe it's been a little suppressed. Maybe it's been buried. Maybe it's been forgotten. Has your strongest self been suppressed, forgotten, hidden, beneath the surface? Let's stir it back up. Let's take control back into our life. And the way that this works, you guys, the way that the Sexy Confident Woman formula works is that first we celebrate. We celebrate you. We celebrate what makes you amazing, unique, strong. We celebrate the desires that you have, the unique qualities that you give to the world. We celebrate you. And then we operate. We implement the behaviors and the habits and the things that are going to help you be the strongest, most energized, confident woman you can be. Because as we continually practice these habits, they become second nature. We don't have to think about them anymore. And then we achieve. We achieve. We become our sexy, confident selves. We become and we start operating at high levels. Because it's no longer a chore. It's more like our identity now. It's not like I gotta get motivated. It's I am motivated. Now how can I conquer? And that is how the process works. You know, I think a lot of people sometimes feel like it's too late. You know, I've been going through this, and I've been, you know, going through some diet plans, and I've been trying to work on myself, reading some books, but it's too late for me. I'm too overwhelmed. I've got too much going on. I'm too busy. And I'm here to say it's never too late. You're never too late. With a few minutes a day, you can start to really empower yourself. You can manage your energy better. You're worth it. You got to believe that you're worth it. You got to believe that there's so much more life to live, and there's so much more fulfillment and joy and happiness and success that you're capable of with just a little bit of me time. Taking some time for you. We got to eliminate the bad habits. We got to eliminate those things that suck our energy out of us. It's the mind, it is the physical, it's the fuel, all that stuff. It can drain us. And we got to say, you know what? No. What is not supporting me? What is suppressing me? And make choices on how we want to live. You can make the choices on those behaviors and those habits that you have in your life. You have that ability. And it's time to wake up and know that those are not supporting you. They're suppressing you. And you got to make different choices in your life. We got to kick the fear, the frustration, the anxiety, and the embarrassment, all that stuff to the curb. You got to trust yourself again. You got to trust that you can do whatever it is you put your mind to. Stop worrying about what other people think about you. It doesn't matter. There's a whole community and culture that believes in you. Those are the people that you need to surround yourself by. You need to surround yourself by people that believe, have that, optimistic point of view. And not that stress and anxiety and worry that holds a lot of women back from going after what they desire in their life. In the Sexy Confident Woman formula, I give you a crystal clear plan. I want you to operate on all these habits, behaviors, and practices, and I want you to be able to put them together in your everyday life. I want you to have a non-diet plan where you can evaluate what's sucking your energy or what is fueling your energy. All the diets and the nutrition books and all that stuff is fine. It's great. But I want you to not feel like you're in a diet. I want you to assess energy as a completely different entity, because it's not just about food. It's about what you fuel your mind and your body with. Ooh, my battery is low on my phone, guys, so if I cut out, please forgive me. But think about it. Tackling those negative thought patterns and allowing yourself to waken up and truly inspire yourself. Honestly, if you're always looking to someone else to get you motivated or to get you fired up or get you excited about something, that's because it's not starting up here. You're waiting for someone else to fuel you with what you actually already possess inside of you. You've just suppressed it. You haven't opened up those channels yet. That's the difference, you guys. That's the difference. When you stir up the soul, you awaken yourself and you say, I'm not relying on all these other fitness experts or motivational experts or high performance coaches to tell me that I'm worth it and that I can do it. I should be motivated to go after what I want in my life. I can succeed. I can take that next level. I should be confident. You don't need anyone to tell you that. You already possess that. But for some reason, it's suppressed. And you gotta wake it back up. It's time to go there in your life. It's time to integrate all of these habits and behaviors that honestly, it's taken me years to curate. It's taken me years to understand this. But through the process of my life and my growth and my education and all of the mentors I have invested in, to learn from, I want to give it to you. I want to infuse it into your life and allow you to actually find a way to implement it in a way that works for you, and to have a community around you that is ready to cheer you on and to celebrate your victories. How long has it been since people lifted you up and challenged you to get to the next level and said, oh, yes, I believe you can, sister? When is the last time you've had a community like that around you? Now, a lot of people ask me, what makes the Sexy Confident Woman formula so unique? This environment, number one. But number two, there's a lot of stuff out there, you guys. There's a lot of fun recipes and really beautiful, glamorous fitness communities that have a lot of workout programs, and they've got, fun little nutrition guidelines, and I even have that stuff. But what is all that stuff gonna do when you just don't feel like showing up? When you just don't feel like showing up for the day, what is all that stuff worth? It's just stuff. I want to give you not just concepts, not just stuff. I want to give you a system that you can practice in your life, implement into your daily life, so that you develop the lifestyle you want. You start to develop the strategies and the system for yourself so that you don't rely on stuff. You're empowered within. That's the difference. I don't know how else to explain the difference between a diet plan or nutrition program or something like the free stuff on the internet. There's no system. There's no implementation. There's no strategy. There's nothing that empowers you, the individual. It's all don't do this, don't do that. You can't do this, you should do that. You have to develop those things from yourself, from your own beliefs. That is what gets you to the next level. Because you're not weak. You're not stupid. You're not dependent. You're already a strong woman leading your life, successful in the world. You want to get to that next level. You want to feel fully vibrant and alive and ready to kick some ass, right? And you will. But you got to be empowered within to be your strongest self, to wake up that attitude and that authenticity and understand what challenges are before you so that you can tackle those roadblocks, overcome those things, and live that next level of success for yourself. Every single day, you're going to get one lesson from me. One lesson. It might be 5 to 10 or 15 at the most minutes long. And then you'll get a downloadable worksheet where you're going to implement the strategy that I talk about in that lesson. You're going to put it into your own daily life because it's yours, not mine. It's your life. How is it going to work for you? How do you feel about this? How do you want to progress your life? You're going to be in that fitness community in Facebook where we lift each other up. We cheer each other on. We go for the gold. We're not living mediocre lives, you guys. That's not what this community, that's not what I'm about. I'm about living that next level of life. Because I've been at the bottom. And continuously, I've wanted to grow. I've continuously wanted to be happier, more successful, more joyous, more fulfilled, live a more purposeful, driven life. I wanted to have better relationships, not good friendships, but great friendships. I've wanted to have not just a good marriage, but a loving, fulfilling, intimate marriage. I've wanted to have a career that makes me want to get up and crush it every single day. If that's you, you're ready for more. You're ready for more mentorship and coaching. You're ready to invest in yourself to get to the next level. Because if you don't, who holds you accountable? Who is going to challenge you to be better, to go for that gold, to take that thinking to the next level, to wash away the negativity, to advance your mindset and say, are you operating at your best? For the people in your life, they need you at your best. They need you at your best. And so you might be thinking right now, okay, Anna, you got me fired up, girl. I'm ready to go. I'm with you, sister. And you might be thinking, how do I sign up for this Sexy Confident Woman formula? And how much does it cost? Right? I hope that's what you're thinking. I hope that is what you're thinking because I want you dialed in to this next level of growth in your life, especially if you're ready for more. Because we're not living a mediocre life, my friend. You deserve better. The world deserves better. When you are your best, you serve the world, you serve your family, you serve the people in your life at another level. You're the role model for people. You take them to the next level. There isn't one leader in the world, there are multiple leaders in the world. And you can be one of them if you decide to take yourself to the next level. And so I ask you, what is that worth to you? What is it worth to elevate yourself and to adopt these new strategies and habits and behaviors into your life? What's it costing you not to have it? What is it costing you not to elevate and progress and to live day to day just mediocre or unfulfilled or, not at your greatest joy? Or what if you're just kind of like, year after year, it's all the same story. I have not found a new level of joy or fulfillment in my life. What is that costing you? Over the years and years and years that I have been implementing these strategies into my life, I have taken a lot of content and curated it down into this formula that is well over $750 worth of content, not to mention bonuses I'm adding just to make this even spicier for you. I want to make this formula so delicious and so attractive to women in the world. And I'm not going to charge you even half of that. Because you know what? I know how hard it is to invest in yourself. I've had to do it over and over and over again. And every time I do it, it gets easier. Because I start to understand the value of investing in myself. Ask any of the pioneers. thousands of dollars I've invested in my education, my personal development, and my growth as a high performance coach, as a fitness expert, as a leading influencer. And I can tell you every single penny of it was worth it, even though it was hard to invest. It's not easy to invest. And so 3 payments of $67 is what I charge for the Sexy Confident Woman formula. And you want to know why? I want to eliminate barriers for people to take that first step. It's hard to achieve soul freedom, my friends. It's hard to reach a point in your life where you feel fully alive and fulfilled and you're living your dreams. But guess what? You got to take that first step. And I know that once you get into the program, every single month, you will realize more and more the value that you've just invested in yourself. And you'll love every minute of it. So now I have a question for you guys. I have a question about what it is that you are going to do next. I've infused your mind right now. I might have blown up some of your ideas and I might have completely thrown you for a loop tonight. I don't know where you're at in your life. I don't know what you truly want for yourself. But if you have been yearning for more, if you've just been going towards the easy surface level solutions of maybe if I have a better workout plan, I'll have more energy and I'll want to stay more motivated and my life will get better. I've talked to multiple people who have gone through so many different programs and yet they still find themselves on a hamster wheel. They keep going in a circle and they're just not sure why they're not getting to the next level in their life. And I can tell you that over the years and the hundreds of women that I've worked with, it's because they didn't start with self. They didn't start doing the work within. Nobody's motivated to get in shape and lose 10 pounds unless they have a true belief, unless they have a philosophy and they have a deep underlying value for where that's going to take their life in the future. Or how that's going to help them role model for their family. Or how that's going to elevate their career and change their relationships. If you don't take a chance on yourself, nobody else will. I truly believe that the best investment anyone can ever make is in themselves. I know that if I never invested in myself, I would never be here tonight. I would never have the courage to jump on a live webinar and talk to you about attitude and authenticity and advancement and setting high ambitions in life and joining a Sexy Confident Woman formula that I've curated over the 16 years of my life of experience and knowledge from thousands of dollars I've invested in my personal development. I would not be here tonight if I had not taken my first step. My students that have taken that step into joining this community and starting to invest in their most powerful self, I believe that that is the first step to changing the world. I want you to think about the lives around you. I want you to think about your children and your coworkers and your peers and your family members. I want you to think about the people in your life that are watching you. They need you at your best. They need you to come and show up in the world. They need you to be operating at your highest frequency. They need you to have the most positive, enthusiastic joy. Because if you don't serve them. You don't help elevate them. Like I said in the beginning, we're all leaders in this world. We all have the power to change the world. We have the power to be one step ahead of someone else that needs us. And if right now you feel like, yeah, I'm good, how is that helping those around you? How is that helping you live your most vibrant and fulfilling life? It's your time to choose the next step. It's your time to say, how can I elevate? How can I inspire others more? What can I teach them? How can I show up differently? How can I be my most powerful self? And bottom line, that is what the Sexy Confident Woman formula is meant to do. It's meant to take you from wherever you are today to your next level self so that you show up differently for the world and for the people that need you most, and you change the game. That's invaluable. So with that, I leave you with the last question. What is your next step? Will you join the pioneers? Will you become a leader? Will you become your most powerful self? Will you uncover the woman that might be buried or suppressed or be hiding? Has she been hiding? Has she been waiting? Is she ready to step out of the shadows and say, I'm here, baby. Let's live life to the next level. I hope that's you. I'll see you guys soon.